Of course, with me on the couch is the author of 14 Days MBA, Bolaji Babalola. He's also a business and leadership development coach and a capacity building strategist. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
Thank you
being
having
here.
me.
Yes. I'm going to tell business owners, if you're a business owner, an aspiring business owner, this is a crash course for you. Trust me. Not just the book now, but what you're about to learn in the next few minutes. The book, 14 Days MBA, talks about step-by-step principles of mastering the art of business administration.
Yeah.
Now, your first chapter here in the book talked about administration and skills.
Yeah.
And this is something I know very well, right? A lot of business owners focus more on the skills and the talents that they have, which they are depending on to build their business. But administration or the administrative side of it is one aspect that a lot of them lack or do not even have an idea of. And you focused here on it. So expatiate more.
All right. Thank you very much one more time for having me. You know, I've seen quite, and I know a lot of people would have seen this as well. You see people, they are not as good as you are where your business is concerned. And they make more money. It seems they are well known. So you wonder, I can even do better than this person, but it seems this person is known, I'm not known. It's because some people focus so much on the skill set, on the skill side of it, and they ignore the administrative part. And to build structure and system for a business, that's what makes it last. It's not just because you could do it. A lot of people can do what you do, but what makes it last? That's why a lot of business do not go beyond 2 years, 5 years at max, and you hear we have this problem, we have that problem. It's because they've not paid attention to the administrative part. In that book, I shared the story of 2 women. And it's not a story I heard, it's a story I witnessed over 10 years ago of one that they were both in fashion business. One very good at what she does, very good, but she lacks the administrative side of it. But the other one wasn't even that good. But she's good at organizing things, at putting things together. So she got people working for her. She doesn't even know how to sew, as a then, you know. And within 5 years, she had several outlets in the city of Ibadan. Yes. And the other one, after 5 years, I didn't even know where she was.
Now, there was also something that you said here that, got my attention. A lot of people really also do not have the resources to get the right administrative, put the right administrative structure in order. Right. You want to talk more on that?
Okay, yes. Actually, in the book, I stated, okay, let me use this to start. As human beings, we are an embodiment of systems, and our bone serves as a structure. Remove the bone, the whole body comes down like a cloth, right? So that's exactly the first thing everyone must do when starting a brand, a company, an enterprise, whatever. Make sure there is a system in place that runs and the structure. That doesn't cost much. That's the truth. It doesn't cost much to put system in place. And I mentioned 3 important departments that every business owner, they must have. One is sales and marketing, because if you don't make money, your business is out, right? And the other is operation, the back-end process, the front-end process, because most times the things we see in front, we see on the outside, there are some things that go behind that manages them, you understand? And the third is the finances, how you manage the funds that come in, which is important. So I think every business, it might be a $10 monthly income business, it might be $1,000, I don't care. These 3 departments are very vital when it comes to running a business.
Now let's talk about what is business. Here you pointed out what business is, and then there are a few other things that you also pointed out here, which also talked about how to introduce yourself as a business person when you meet someone. Tell us more on this.
Okay, let's start with what business is. It's value trade. People do not understand that. They just think, let's set up something and just sell something. No, you're offering value, which you intend to get value in return, right? If you give value and you don't get it in return, that's scam. That means that's not business, right? So it's important. Then again, I've seen this on and on, people ask, okay, probably we're at a social gathering and someone says, oh, hi, what do you do? Then I hear people go, I'm a baker, I'm a photographer, I'm this. No.
I'm a fashion designer.
Yes, a fashion designer. That's a wrong answer to that question. The question is, what do you do, not who are you? And a lot of people do not take note of this. When they ask, who are you? Yes, you can tell me, oh, hi, my name is so-so-so, I'm a capacity development strategist. You can tell that. But when it comes to what do you do, the first thing you should do is to sell yourself. Everyone is selling. So if you can do well at selling, you can do well in business. So someone says, what do you do? So as a photographer, you can say, I help people preserve memories. I create memories and I preserve them, or I project corporate and individual brands. You know, if you meet me for the first time and I ask you, what do you do? And you tell me that, the next question I'm going to ask is, so who exactly are you? That's where it now goes to who are you? Then you can now tell me I'm a photographer. Immediately you say that, I separate you from all the photographers in my database, because all the photographers in my database, they just take pictures. That's what a normal man thinks, yes. But when you say that, it makes me look at you in a different way. Exactly. So you just portray the value you trade with. So you've just traded with me. So I now reciprocate.
Understanding the value of your business is very important.
Very,
That's
very
what I'm getting
important.
from that. Quickly, we have to wrap this up in a bit. Here you also pointed out the simple W's and H's.
The 5 W's and H, yes.
Business, of every business.
Yeah.
Quickly, break it down to
All
us.
right. There are 5 W's every business owners must pay attention to. Number one is what? What exactly do we do? And this, you just have to sit down and write out this question. I won't have time to explain everything. They are right there in the book. So what exactly do we do? What should we be known for? What are the things we're projecting? Then the second, not in that order. Yes, the second is who. Who are we? Who are our target? If you don't know your customer segment, then you are not really in business. Then where exactly should we be? Because it works in Nairobi, Kenya. Like I stated, that doesn't mean it will work in Lagos, Nigeria. So you must ask, where exactly should we be? Should we be online? Should it be a physical store? A lot of people want physical store when their product will sell better online, you know. So then you have when exactly. There's a timing to everything. Some business will do well in winter, some will do well in summer, some will do well, you know what I mean, they do well at night, some do well in the morning. So when should we launch out? When should we go hard? Then what's the final one? We have what, who, when, where, why. That is very important. Your why, the why of the business. That was why I mentioned two kinds of entrepreneurs, the survival mode and the significant mode, right? So you must know your why, because at the end of the day, that's what keeps you running. And the final one, which is the H, is how. Exactly.
Fantastic. We have prioritization here, which I think is a very key element in every business. A lot of people really don't know how to prioritize. So quickly.
You know, I tell people, we talk about time management, but for me, I really don't think it's time management. I think it's self-management. Yes, because we all have 24 hours, and you can't, no matter how much you manage it, you can't multiply yours. You still have 24 hours. So the way you manage yourself. So Eisenhower matrix there explains about those things that are urgent and important. Some things are important, but they are not urgent. Some things are urgent and they're extremely important. Then the fourth one says some things are not urgent, they are not important. Unfortunately, many entrepreneurs, many of them, they spend time on things that are not urgent and not important, right? So once you can categorize this, your daily act, your daily task into this 4 segments, then you know which one to put your money on, which one to put your time on, which one to put your focus on, because there are some things you do, like the Pareto principle. There are things you do that will give you 80%, 20% of the things you do will give you 80% of your results. Now, unfortunately, people focus on 20%, on 80% that will give them 20%. And that's counterproductive. So look for the 20% that will give you 80% of the result and focus on that.
Wow. I mean, I told you guys when we started this segment that this was going to be a crash course, and I wasn't wrong at all. Thank you so much, Bolaji, for doing this with us this morning. This is a very impactful book, and it's very important for all business owners and aspiring business owners as well. Well done. We have to go on a quick break now. People, Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. When we come back, we'll be in the kitchen.